Good morning, my pretties. It is day 3 of the reading rush. Okay, so I just woke up and I didn't realize I had fallen asleep until I woke up. And so when I woke up, my book was kind of hanging off the side of the bed because I had fallen asleep reading. I literally have 12 pages of this book left, or something like that, like 12 or 14, something like that, pages of this book left. And I was like, really, Deja? You couldn't just finish this book last night? And you said you would, so that way you can move on to a new book. I mean, I know it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just frustrated that I fell asleep. I didn't finish it last night. But that's all cool. So, give me about 20 or so minutes, and I'll have completed my first book for the reading rush. It is finished. Dang. Alright, so it's official. I finally finished my first book for the reading rush, and I'm actually gonna give this book 4 out of 5 stars. Very interesting, very much a book about the politics of kings and princes and other people which I can't name because that'd be spoiler alert. But literally, this whole book, like I said before, is intellectual foreplay, and I'm here for it, right? Is there some problematic things? Yes, but I discussed that in my last video, and I'll elaborate on it in my wrap up. But besides that, I actually really enjoyed this book. I'm gonna get the other two and finish the trilogy. So now that I have finished that, so I went onto Twitter and I looked at the poll to see if I was going to be reading Red, White, and Royal Blue or To Kill a King. I'm looking around for the books because I don't know where they're at, to see which one I was going to be reading. And drum roll, please. I am going to be reading Red, White, and Royal Blue next. This is the book that won the poll. Not by a lot, but by enough. So I'm actually not going to start this right now. I'm at home. I'm chilling because I don't have work until 2 o'clock today. So I'm going to continue reading Children of Blood and Bone. I'm going to get some pages under me for that book. And then when I leave the house, I'll bring this one with me and I'll start reading it. So that's the plan for today. Okay, so I cheated, not a lot, just a little, since I only had about 12 or so pages. I think it was exactly 12 pages that I had to finish for the Captive Prince. I just added to my page count from yesterday rather than adding it for today. So in total, I read 164, 68. I just wrote it down. I read 164 pages yesterday, which finished off the Captive Prince for me. So so that was good. I've been having a steady page number of about 150 pages a day, which I think is pretty good, right? I don't know how I feel about Children of Blood and Bone because that girl is thick with 2 C's and I'm not even halfway through it. And, I lied. I am halfway through it, but this is still a long book, yo. Anyways, the plans for today are to do the day 3 challenge, which is the bookish food challenge, I believe is what it's called, to read at least 50 to 100 pages of Children of Blood and Bone, and to start Red, White, and Royal Blue. That is the goal for today. Hopefully I get all that done. Like I said, I don't have work until 2. I do want to get my workout on because like I said before, your girl's getting kind of get a chub. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to update you guys on. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm going to show you guys how I make my coffee because every job that I've ever had, I've always been in charge of making coffee. The only job that I haven't been in charge of this is when I'm working at my university, is because I didn't know that Cuban coffee had was super stronger than American coffee. So I used my usual formula that I use, and it was a disaster. So usually how I make my coffee is, this is I think this is a tablespoon. I'll put in 6 tablespoons of coffee. Yeah, technically it's a little bit more than 6 tablespoons because I'm overfilling it, but you know, it works. So 6 Well, yeah, that should be good. So, you know, knock that off, put it back, close that back up, put that back. This is so hard to do with one hand. So put that back on, and then you're gonna fill this bad boy up with some water. I just finished washing the dishes, so newly clean dishes, yay. Fill this line up right here all the way up to the 6-cup mark. So all you gotta do now is just press that button and let your coffee be made. That's a good cup of coffee. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the head cook of Foodie. It is a pleasure to meet you. So I heard that you have acquired your new pet. Well, one of the parts of taking care of a pet is learning how to properly feed them. So, this morning, I shall be showing you a traditional Parisian breakfast as well as a lunch in order to make sure your pet is always fit for your pleasure. So, let's get started by making the dough. I'm 99.9% sure that the consistency of this supposed dough is not supposed to, hold on, be, what? Hold on, because I wrote down the directions. Cold water, a ridiculous amount of butter, flour, and it comes out to this, how looking like this, and then it wants me to knead it. And I'm like, that's all right. We're going to figure this out. We got this. Hey, so remember when this is supposed to be like a role play type thing? We're not going to be able to do that because this recipe is not turning out how I thought it was. But I'm going to keep going with it. And we're just going to wing this. My mom's coming home with the groceries. She's not going to be happy with this. She's going to be like, Deja, what are you doing? I'm willing to bet money that when she comes home, she's going to be like, WTF. Right here, this is good to go. So I'm just going to slap that there, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Let's go. Okay, so I'm in the middle of filming for the day 3 challenge, and my kitchen is kind of just like a mess. I cleaned up the most of it. It was a lot worse than this, but it's just like, my mom's gonna come home and kill me. I already know this. Like, I don't know if this is gonna bake right, but you know what? We're just gonna boy. So we're gonna get started on the actual pastry. So you want to preheat your oven at 400. I already set mine, so it's warming up. It's only at 175 right now. And then you want to get actually making like the filling for these. So I'm going to come over to my freezer, and I'm basic, so I'm just gonna use this berry medley because this just has like fruit in it. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna bring it over here. I'm gonna run some hot water, and then I'm just gonna let it sit in there so it can thaw because this is frozen. They decided to show up. I'm just kidding. Hi.
I said, what do you have on? What you have on? Am I on video?
Yes, you're on video.
Why?
Because you're beautiful.
Deuces.
I can't with you. So I just realized that this thing wasn't recording. So I made the cream cheese filling for the breakfast pastries. I basically just mix together the lemon juice, the lemon zest, the almond extract, the cream cheese, and the sugar into this bowl, mixed it until it's creamy. I got my pan, lined it with parchment paper, so now I'm going to start actually formulating my... Alright, so I have turned them into their bowls. I am weighing it 100% at this point. Like, I'm just trying to get done. This is a disaster, but whatever happens, happens. So I have turned them into bowls. Now I'm going to start filling them up. So I have filled them up with the cream cheese. It looks pretty good. Now for the last, well, the second to last part, third to last part, fourth to last part. My bad. I had to think of the directions. Fourth to last part. Add the
flour though, right?
No.
Oh.
So here they are. I have placed the fruit inside. So the next step is to get the scrambled egg and to go around the outside and basically like just wipe it on there.
There's one
I'm basic, so I'm just gonna use my hand. Like I said, I'm basic, so here's the...
I was gonna say, you can use the rest of it.
Mommy!
You can use the rest of it.
No!
You're wasting it.
This is not working. Never mind. Okay, so these have been basted. So now it is time to throw them in the oven for the next 12 to 18 minutes of my life. I ran out of space on my phone as I was finishing up the recipe. So you guys didn't get the back half of it because I had to shove it in the oven and let it cook. And then I had to, it says 12 to 18 minutes. I ended up cooking for like 24, 26. That recipe was all over the place. It was a mess. It turned out okay because I baked before, so I know what I'm doing. But still, I'm never following that recipe again. I'm honestly staying true to my brand as a hot mess, right? And I don't, like, I swear, when I try to do good things, bad things always happen or something goes wrong almost every single time. And I'm finally just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. And so this video, I already know when I start editing it, is going to be like just a big ass hot mess. But that's all right. I'm going to make the most of what I got. So I'm at the gas station. I need to get some gas. Then I'm going to go to work. And after work, I will be joining my mother for her water aerobics class. Because, like, she was sitting at the table. And I was like, you look like you lost weight. She's like, I know, right? I saw it in her face and especially in her arms. Her arms got smaller. Like, both me and my mom have, like, you know, like, tubby arms. Well, now it's just me. Have, like, tubby arms. And I was just like, how long have you been doing this, like, water aerobics class? She was like, a week. And those are the results? So, you best believe your girl is headed to the water aerobics class because I got to get rid of this, you know, ugh. So when I have a reading update for you guys, I will let you guys know, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, so my mom and I are headed to her water aerobics class. This will be my first time going. We need noodles, and I told her I claimed the blue one because my bathing suit is blue. So yeah, so I'm excited. More than likely, I'm not going to be able to get any footage because I don't think anybody wants to be videotaped while they're working out. But, of course, I will update you guys afterwards and let you know how it went. And before I let you go, so I have not read at all today whatsoever. I was so proud of like my page count this morning when I finally put it in for yesterday, and I jinxed myself because now I haven't read anything today. So I'm going to have a lot of reading to do tonight. I'm not going to do a lot because I have work tomorrow at 9 and I need sleep because that is muy importante. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know there has been no reading done today and I feel like really bad about it, but circumstances. Okay, so we just finished the water aerobics class, mother. Man, that's not what I was expecting at all. My limbs are kind of cramping.
It's her first day.
It was my first day.
Better.
But it was fun.
She comes back another time.
The people were really chill.
Hey.
Right? But it was a lot.
You call me?
So you gonna start a phone call while I'm vlogging?
You're vlogging?
Who are you talking to?
Miss Fashawn.
Oh, all right.